So so if you get on the bull, you get 50,000.
100.
I thought it was if you get on him.
He's just gonna give 100.
You think so?
Yeah.
You just know him.
I just know him. It's just who he is. People like to talk badly about him and how he doesn't pay his fighters enough. And number one, the UFC is a machine. If you're not part of the machine and you're not doing your job in the machine, you get spit out. And I get that. If you're part of the machine and you're oiling it and keeping it greased and you're rolling with the machine, you're taken care of.
Yeah.
So all these guys that are coming in, they're like, they're only starting me at 12-12. And I want to remind them that $24,000 is a lot of money.
Right.
When I first started, it was $800 I made. So probably my 12th, 13th fight, I made 12 grand.
Yeah.
When the UFC absorbed the WC and I came over, I think I was at 12-12 or something like that. Some small.
And for those out there that don't know what 12-12 means,
you want me to
explain it to us?
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm talking to everyone like I know exactly. For what I'm talking about the UFC, WC is another organization that used to be around, but the UFC bought it and absorbed it and made it part. Basically, how it started is WC had the lower weight classes, right? The 35, 45, and 55, where the UFC at the time did not.
Okay.
Like the Frankie Edgars of the world, the champ. He was champ at 55, but really he's a 35er.
Mm-hmm.
So but you make X amount of dollars to show up and fight, and you make X amount of dollars to win the fight. So 12-12, you get $12,000 to show up, and then you get another $12,000 to win the fight.
To win it.
Losing is just a nothing. Have a nice day. Yeah, they like to pour salt in the wound, if you will.
Uh-huh.
But you got your ass kicked. Well, here's no money. Have a ride. We'll get you a bus ride home.
Yeah.
So talking to these kids about, for one, they think that just because they somehow made it to the UFC that they deserve fame and fortune. And I'd like to remind these kids again, you're in it for the wrong reasons if that's what you're chasing, young buck. If fame and fortune is all you're looking for, then this isn't, maybe you should be a rapper.
Right.
Yeah. So I made a name for fighting anyone, anywhere. We were talking about, I think Donnie and I were talking about it today, maybe about, I always wanted to fight the guys that nobody wanted to fight.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I don't care. I just want the date. I want May 18th is the day I have. Now I know, cool. And they'd always ask me, like, you don't care who? I'm like, yeah, figure it out and let me know. I don't care who's across from me. That's just my mindset with everything. And so this well-oiled machine, these guys are bitching and playing. First of all, sell a pay-per-view out. Get it to where you're a household name.
Yeah.
Right? You're Dale Brisby. People know you by that.
Right.
And they're like, oh, Dale's fighting? I'm watching.
Yep.
Okay, now it's time to go to UFC. Like, hey, I move the needle.
For sure.
I would like to maybe up my pay. And then Dana White, being the stud he is, would be like, okay, you're right. So my first fight when I came over from WC to UFC, I had made a name for myself in the WC. I didn't even have to say those words. Showed up to my first fight, get my check. It's supposed to be 12-12. Somehow it's 36-36.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, shit. Hey, I think you guys made a mistake. I got like double paid. No, that's your new contract. We're going from here up. That lasted for a couple of fights and then doubled it again. Probably the coolest moment to me was before the company they sold, the UFC sold for $4.3 billion. Yeah. Dana and the Fertitta brothers used to come into the back. If Dale Brisby went out there and you and I put on one hell of a fight, you're going to get a bonus, like a performance of the night bonus, a submission of the night bonus, a knockout of the night bonus.
Right.
My very first time bonusing, I double bonused. So now the bonuses are set at 75, 65, 55,000 kind of is where they're at. Well, then there was no limit. There was no number. It was $100,000. So I made 100,000 twice. And then when I got home, I had another discretionary bonus for 80,000. And I was like, whoo,
And those are just the bonuses. Those aren't the normal pay.
Yeah, but the pay was 40 and 40 or 38,
Yeah.
30, right? So the money I made way more in bonuses. So in my career, I think I made like, I don't know, 2.8 million in bonuses was the overall number that a lot of bonus. I still hold the record for most bonuses.
Yeah.
But that's just the style I had stylistically. When you don't care who's across from you, you just go fight. And I never surf and navigated my way through my career. Like, I'm not going to fight Donnie because if I fight Donnie, I might lose. Then I won't fight Dale, and Dale's the money fight. Come on, Donnie, let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, Dale, let's go.
Yeah.
And that was just always the attitude, which is why I think I had the fans that I had, is because I was always willing to just bear down and go fight.
Yeah, it's the same thing, same reputation JB had with bull riding.
Yeah, oh, you're not going to ride him? Yeah, bring him on. I'll get on him.
Yeah,
watch this.
That was always what JB wanted. He wanted the one that nobody wanted to ride because, JB picked Bushwhacker 13 times.
Yeah,
and because there's a draft, there's a point in that weekend when you pick your own bull, and anyhow picked him over and over. And a lot of times guys might pick a bull that they thought
they can score on.
Right.
I don't want him because I won't score. I'm going to play it safe and get this one that I know I can score on.
Yeah.
Well, that's not cool.
So, who's the Cowboy of today in the UFC?
I don't know. It's a good question. They all play the game now. It's crazy. All chasing the title, which everyone wants. So they all play the game of, I'm not going to fight him, or I need more time, or I don't know, man. It's just it's a crazy game. There's been a couple times I've been there talking with the matchmakers. I'm like, what do you mean you're giving him an option? They'd always call me whenever I'd ask for a fight, and they'd be like, we have yet, and yet.
Yeah.
Who makes the most sense? I don't care. What day do you want? Sick. Whoever you want, go ahead. Don't make a shit on me.
Yeah.
But for someone to be like, both sides of the party have to agree on a fight, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm,
so the matchmaker called Dale Brizzy, hey, Cowboy, March 8th. And you're like, March 8th doesn't work for us. We're having shoulder surgery. Can we do this? And I'll be like, no, I want March 8th. Find me somebody else.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't care. But other guys be like, oh, he can't go till June? Yeah, all right, we'll wait. Shit like that. It's okay.
Yeah.
But those are the days of the athletes, that fighters that became athletes are dying, and the days that are athletes that are trying to be fighters are immersing, if that makes any sense to you.